Batteries are a fundamental part of any camera operation, since if you don't have a battery, or at least a charged battery, well, you're not going to be able to use your camera at all. So when I found the Newmowa EN-EL14 battery charger for the Nikon series of batteries, well, I found that this is actually probably one of the most handy and useful devices of any of them I have ever used. And this is probably going to stay in my camera bag for the rest of my life, since it actually saved me on a photo shoot one time. So what makes this battery charger better than all the others? Well, on the first side of things, you can actually charge this by a micro USB port. So basically all you have to do is take 2 of your Nikon batteries. If you have 2, you can also use just 1, it would charge faster. Basically just plug 2 of them in, grab any USB battery bank that is charged, basically just plug it up to the USB port, and you can even use little ones like this. I mean, this is a Sente Brio LS2100, it's 2800 milliamps. It should work just fine. Take your micro USB connector, plug it into the small port on the back, and boom, you are charging your batteries. Now these have been used slightly this morning for like 5 minutes of B-roll video that I did, and boom, look, that one's already charged on the right. Okay, so what had happened was I only used one of these batteries this morning. So this one was the one that I was using, and this one has a red light. So the red light means it is charging, the green light means it is completed charging. Now, of course, on a USB connection, it will take longer than just using a standard wall charger, unless you use like some sort of 3-amp battery bank. This does recommend that you use a 2-amp battery bank at least, but that Sente Brio is a 1-amp, but it also still works, it just takes a lot longer. So the price of this thing online is actually $15.99 plus shipping, which is probably like $1 something. I don't know, it might even have free shipping, that's even better. So I sent a message to Newmowa on Facebook, and I was like, hey, we're a media company and we do product reviews for all sorts of stuff, and we would like to know if we can review one of your USB chargers for EN-EL14 batteries. And they're like, sure, we'll send one over today. And the guys over there were really great. They don't necessarily respond the fastest, but normally when you're owning a business, you don't get to respond to consumer messages within a day or even 2 days because, you know, they're busy. Now, onto the build quality of this thing. I really like the build quality of this. It is thick plastic, which is good, so that when you plug in your batteries, you know, you can have that satisfying tension on there that lets you know that it is in there. Like, there's quite a bit of friction when you put it in there, so that is good. Also, another thing that is the micro USB port on this thing is actually really good. When I plug the port in there, it really doesn't move around a lot unless I really try to. That's a good thing, because on future battery chargers or EN-EL14 chargers that I've seen, that USB port can be really loose, and I really don't like that, because that can, you know, that signals that build quality is not very good. So I typically try to stay away from those, so, you know, if there's ever a case of a shortage, then, you know, it's kind of my fault. I blame it on myself for buying a cheap product. But on this, I have 100% confidence that I trust my batteries with this. It charges them just fine. Saved my butt on a photo shoot when I actually got there and I forgot to charge the batteries the night before. This came in super handy because I always keep a bigger battery bank in my camera bag. This is a 22,000 milliamp battery bank. It's like super duper thin, and it has a included flashlight on it, so if I ever get lost in the dark, then, you know, I don't really have to worry about that. So this thing, since this is very small, it fits in my camera bag very well, and I basically just took a piece of adhesive Velcro and put it on the bottom of it. And since the inside of my camera bag is Velcro, so I can put the dividers in it, I can actually just sit this right on there and it stays in place. Even if I move around, it won't fall out. And I can basically just route a USB cable up to it, out of the way, and just have the battery bank sitting in the back in an empty pocket or pouch. So an example of when this would be really useful is, for example, what happened to me. I went out to do a photo shoot for some people at a sporting event, and I got there and both batteries were dead. They were completely dead. Now, fortunately, I always keep the original Nikon battery that came with my camera charged at all times. Just that's an emergency battery. So in 30 minutes that charged, these both were charging on my high capacity battery bank. And when I went to the next sporting event about 10 minutes later, which was a baseball game, so I switched from a tennis game to a baseball game. And about 10 minutes, or I let charge for about 45 minutes. So I put the batteries in the camera when I got to the game, and it was about 70% charged. So that's actually very surprising, considering you're trying to charge 2 batteries at the same time off of a single 2-amp input. So that's 1 amp to each battery. Now, about this, I don't know if I got this on B-roll or not, but on the back there are some grammatical errors and something that absolutely drives me crazy. On the back of it, I believe it says, please plug into USB port. They spelled please PLS. No. That is not something you do in your professional company. Now, granted, it is a great product. I am very happy about this product. I would recommend this to a lot of people. But if you have things like that on the back of your product, I really don't like that. I just don't. It shows kind of an unprofessionalism in my opinion, and it's just, I don't know. Although I'm from Kentucky, which is a southern state, that, we all talk like this, and we got that nice country accent and stuff like that. Well, even though I spell things right. That's something that I'm very picky about. I always spell things right online. But yeah, just don't put the PLS. Newmowa, if you're watching this, please fix that. That's a pet peeve of mine. Just fix it, please. Thanks. So just to show you how easy this is to set up, I'm actually going to show a clip right now of me actually installing this in my camera bag, plugging it up, and letting the batteries charge inside of it. Let's go. Okay, so just to show you guys how easy this actually is, I have a USB cable run from here that snakes all the way back like under this, cuts across there and goes back to here where I've normally got a battery bank, just so I can get the battery bank out of the way. So basically all I have to do is just kind of pull on this cable a little bit. It'll pull all the way through since it's on the snake. And all I gotta do is just take this cable and plug it up to the back of this and push it back in there. And I can stick it to the Velcro inside my camera bag to where it doesn't move at all, well, very little. And then I'll go get a battery bank. So this is my high capacity battery bank. And then basically just go back here. Focus. Basically just go back here, plug it up to the 2 amp output. Gonna fit that back in there. Yes, that'll be just fine. And boom, it is charging. And as long as you let that sit there for a little bit, it will charge your batteries actually pretty dang fast. And you won't have to worry about having dead batteries on a job if you have this device. So yes, wonderful. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like this video if you liked it, and dislike if you thought it sucked, and leave a comment under the video below if you have future recommendations for videos or if you have commentary on this one. Also in the description below you can go check out our website. So that's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as Snapchat. I've actually got all this done now. So I can go Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Snapchat. Also in the description below, you can go check out our website. We have fully redone our website, as I've said in like the past 6 videos. We want your opinion on it, so go there. You can post in the forums. You can get help topics there. So if you ever have a problem with one of our products that we review, we will always make a topic on it, and you can always go there and ask questions about it, and we will do our best to support you. So thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe.